Let's jump right into this, man. Jay Z is fighting back against serious allegations and has just filed a brand new motion that is turning heads. He's accusing attorney Tony Buzbee of baseless claims, sloppy fact checking. It's like he is fact checking like Facebook does these days. They're not doing it anymore. And even more damaging of his own reputation, which is Jay Z. Let's take a look real quick. Fair use.
Attorney Tony Buzbee. He's demanding a court sanction Tony Buzbee for what Jay calls the false rape lawsuit that's damaged his reputation. So basically, in the filing, he points out that Tony Buzbee did not withdraw the lawsuit after the NBC News interview with the accuser. And remember, there was a lot of holes in that story. The attack allegedly occurred at a large white residence with a gated U-shaped driveway that was about 20 minutes away from the VMAs by car. But there were photographs showing Jay at Club Lotus in Manhattan after the award. Even her father came out and was like, yeah, I don't really remember that. Finally, Jay also points at her claim that she spoke to Benji Madden while at the after party. But after the interview aired, Benji's reps told NBC that he wasn't even in New York for the 2000 VMAs because Good Charlotte was touring in the Midwest.
There was something I read where the judge gave Jay the option to be like, out of the case completely. And Jay was like, nah, I'm coming after this dude.
Good for Jay. Let's see how this happens. Jay.
RJ.
This KR is how a case is supposed to be fought. Especially Jay isn't an attorney, but he has attorneys. And the first statement he posted on social media, that was more like a ad hominem attack trying to discredit Buzbee. But hey, this is a legal game, and attorneys play are like legal athletes, right? And that means that an NFL player, this guy can be like the goofiest guy ever. Take for example Russell Wilson. They keep saying this guy is like they don't talk well about him, put it like that. But hey, he goes out for the Steelers. He makes some big plays. You might think whatever you want about him, but on the field, that's how he gets judged. Now, let's not talk about last season. That's something else. The same goes for the attorneys. So Jay's attorneys had to do this in the first place. If you believe that Buzbee was abusing or misusing the legal system, then there are appropriate ways to go about it. And attacking someone personally, like you're at a cookout, that's not how it works. But hey, guys, thank you for being here. Remember to rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well as our Clips channel, Double Thought Clips. And when you subscribe, hit that notification icon as well. We see that a lot of you watch, but for some reason, a lot of you are not subscribed. When I say a lot of you, we can also see a lot of recurring watchers. So that means that you are getting a certain value out of this. And sometimes you engage with us, but the way that you can help this show is by subscribing to the channel and hitting the notification icon. That's one. And of course, we have introduced a comment of the week section a couple of months ago. So we will highlight in every show, we will highlight in every show a thought of the week. If you think you have a hot take, let it be known, and we will, if selected as the best comment, we will it will get a mention in a future show. KR, what can you tell me?
In December of 2024, there was this shocking allegations which surfaced up against Jay-Z. As Tony Buzbee filed a lawsuit earlier, he added Jay-Z to a claim that he S8 a 13-year-old after the 2000 MTV Awards MTV VMAs, and the lawsuit was filed on behalf of Jane Doe. Following that, Jay Z tried to get, or let's say Jay Z's lawyer tried to get Jane Doe to reveal herself. The judge agreed not to do that because, according to the judge, she should still have the ability to move anonymously until the time is right to reveal who she is. But after that, the judge also agreed or confirmed that Jay can file a motion to dismiss, and that was what was um, filed right now. So basically, three main things that he's pointing out: the timeline issues. Jay Z was at the Manhattan nightclub as said in the video after the VMAs, and not at the location. The second claim was that the accuser's story about a jumbotron at Radio City Music Hall was also debunked because the script didn't exist back then. So that's also a timeline issue or a moment in time issue. Her father, I think we covered that as well. Her father denied that he ever claimed picked her up. He has no memory of it. And also, the crazy part is the Benji Madden alibi, where she said she talked to Benji, but Benji Madden wasn't even in New York City at the time because he was in on tour with Good Charlotte in the Midwest. So those are the main three things. Last week we talked about this again. We dove deeper into another angle, which was pointed out by Gene Deal, and that's not included in this lawsuit. But one angle that Gene Deal also said is back then they didn't use limos, so they only use SUVs. So that's an additional one. It's not in here, but they can also add it later on. But I guess maybe they have a point right here to basically point out and get this dismissed as soon as possible. RJ.
I think that the case is very weak for Jane Doe if the three parts you started talking about are true, especially the first and the third one. So if it is true that, well, no, all three actually, if it is true that Jay wasn't there, if it is true that the father has no recollection, and the third one was, what was the third
Benji
one?
Madden.
Yeah.
Benji Madden. Yeah. That's the fourth one, actually.
What was the third one then?
The third one was the dad. The second one was the Jumbotron at Radio City. That didn't exist back then.
Okay.
So there was no Jumbotron. She said she
Yeah.
was watching the show on the Jumbotron, but there was no Jumbotron.
And the limousine thing, which it's not mentioned, but those are five things. And as I always say, in cases like this, where we're talking about immoral acts, the longer you wait, the more difficult it becomes. Um, this is the risk, right? But it seems like if you have to value the case, it seems like a very weak case. Not to say that it's true or false, because technically speaking, someone can always get a trauma, have certain blockades within. It can get very heavy. It can get very intense. But a judge cannot, and if I don't know if this goes to a jury, but you cannot judge a case by intentions or what you think is right or not right. You need to look at what you can substantiate. And if you can't prove what you're saying, or at least convincingly argue that there's a high probability that it happened, if all if very key essential aspects of your case are not strong, you have a weak case. That doesn't mean that it what happened. Uh, that doesn't mean that it's true or not true. It just means that you have a very weak case. And in this case, it seems like Jane Doe and, of course, Busby, who's representing her, have a weak case.
Yeah, it's. I do agree with you on that, man. It seems like it's not gonna go the way Tony Busby imagined this would go. Um, I think he expected Jay to maybe settle behind the scenes, but it's turning into a total quagmire. Because as soon as that the accuser went on NBC and started talking craziness and basically revealed the hand, it basically showed that Tony might not have done the basic fact checking. I mean, if you would think in that case that the dad would could substantiate or confirm what happened. Um, and if the dad who picked her up can't even recall picking up his 13-year-old daughter in NYC all the way from Alabama, I think.
Which is
I mean,
something
that's
you would remember. Which is,
you would
I mean, we're
remember.
not talking about someone living in New York picking up someone in New York, because if you've lived in New York for like your whole entire life, then hey, at some point you won't it's I it is possible that you will forget.
Yeah.
But in this case, they're from Alabama.
It's supposed to be a 5-hour drive or something like that. So
Is it that?
I think she's from Alabama, but back then they lived someplace else, somewhere up north. I think it was a 5 day. The I think I saw it in one of these coverage by the news. They
Okay.
showed the route she's supposed to have taken. It's
Okay.
about 5-hour drive.
But then
So
not from Alabama, because from Alabama it's 15 hours, almost 16.
yeah, but she's now from Alabama. She lives in Alabama, but I think back then when she was younger, she didn't live in Alabama.
Okay, okay, gotcha.
So so it's a 5-hour drive where she's used to live, if I'm not mistaken. So um yeah, it's quite crazy. It's quite crazy that someone can try to destroy your reputation just to get a settlement out of you. And that's the
You mentioned
problem. I think
something,
with
KR, about sorry, you mentioned something about Busby's things are not going the way he thought that it would. I would say that there are two possibilities. Maybe indeed he didn't do the fact checking correctly, but there's also a possibility where there are like 150 cases. There are a lot of cases. You
yeah,
know
that he's
which
trying
cases
to
are
prove.
stronger than the other. So it's and sometimes he might say, okay, let's risk it. No risk it, no biscuit. I don't think that's the way to go about it. And I believe that there are also ethical rules that states that you can't. Um, I didn't call it frivolous. Frivolous,
Yeah, frivolous lawsuit. Yeah,
frivolous
it
case.
happened. It happened with the case we covered. The baseball player Bauer.
Yeah, Matt, right? Matt
Same
Bauer.
thing. Don't can recall his first name, but
Yeah.
is it Matt? Yeah, I think it's Matt Bauer. But he also had the same situation where someone filed a frivolous lawsuit claiming that he forced her to get an abortion, and after it all came
Trevor.
Trevor, yeah, it's not Matt, Trevor Bauer. So as soon as after investigation was basically revealed that uh, that never happened, and then they sued the opposing lawyers, basically try to get them disbarred. or at least sanctioned by the bar, because they knew that it happened, and as soon as they did it, they dropped the lawsuit and all the stuff. So yeah, I think Jace, that's what Jace is trying to do right now. He's trying to go about it, not only by by the way he did it the first way, basically trying to slander him in the public eye, but also in court now, trying to block his blessings, or at least Tony's blessings. The 100,
Yeah.
like us, it's, we know what it is, RJ. The thing, I think I said it as well. Maybe within the law, it won't look crazy, but if Jay smashes Tony to the ground with this one, it's gonna all the other 119 cases he's gonna file are gonna look suspect in the public eye.
Yep.
Maybe not in, again, maybe not in front of in court, because court is supposed to be unbiased. So maybe it's supposed to be every lawsuit is on itself, but from the outside looking in, people are gonna look at him like, yo, this dude is just filing crazy cases just to get maybe one hit. I mean, if you have 120 times to try something, you might hit one. Maybe that's how he goes about his business. Is that ethical? That's the big question, guys. Let us know in the comments what you think about the way Tony is handling these cases. Is he trying, basically throwing everything against the wall and see what sticks? Is that a way to go about your business as a lawyer, or is that unethical? I think probably other lawyers might disagree with how he does it, because it looks crazy upon everyone. RJ.
Yeah. Let us know, guys, your thoughts. If you agree with what we're talking about, if or maybe you see it differently, maybe there's something that we're overlooking. Let us know in the comment section down below. Um,
Oh, I thought you had anything else to say.
well, it sounded like you rounded it up. You did it in a different way, but
No,
I
I
thought,
didn't.
okay.
I didn't. I thought you had any. I was looking
I
at you.
thought,
You were like,
yeah, it was like a different
no,
way. I was like, okay, maybe you're trying something new, man. But
no,
okay,
I'm not. No, no, I wasn't trying to close it out. But if you want me to
I
close
know.
it
Go
out,
ahead. If
go.
there's
Okay,
nothing else, I
guys.
can close it out. Yeah.
Okay, I guess the lawyer doesn't have any opinions anymore. So let's we
I
want
no,
from
I
from
dropped.
you.
Yeah, I already dropped my opinion. I already
Okay.
said what I thought. I mean, it is.
Okay. Okay.
I already said what I thought. I'm an
Okay.
effective
Okay.
attorney. Clients like me because I don't bill them double.
Well, we all know what happened with people that bill double. Sometimes they get disbarred as well in other places in the
Yeah,
world.
especially if you don't
Guys.
show up to the court case.
Ah man, guys. One of the key points in this is that the timeline. Do you agree that the timeline is a bit sketchy? Or do you agree that the dad who's you're supposed to back up your kid? If your dad is not willing to to confirm what happened, what does that tell you about the accuser? I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll be picking some of the best comments to feature in our future videos. So make sure you share your hottest take, RJ.
Yes, we will be highlighting the best takes. So if you have a good one, let it be known. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more updates on different stories. Here on the Double Touch Show, we discuss trending topics and try to explore uncommon lessons from commonplace situations. So thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Remember to like, subscribe, share the video, and also, maybe even more importantly, engage with us, comment, let us know your thoughts so you get a chance of being mentioned in the Thought of the Week segment in a future show. Back to you, KR.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So while Jay-Z is trying to fight Tony Busby in court, we have P Diddy, or Diddy, as he's called, trying to fight for his life.
Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
Love him or hate him, Diddy is one of the most influential figures in music and pop culture. But Peacock's new documentary will take us behind the glitz and glamour and reveal maybe a story that will shock us all. Fair use.
Sean Combs is a monster.
I want to speak about this now because I've witnessed everything.
I think Sean Combs can get away with anything.
I've known Sean since he was 4 years old. That's my little bro. He already knew what he wanted.
I could be your manager. Just give me a chance.
I went to a lot of puffy parties. These were the parties that you needed exclusive access to get into.
He thought that if people fear him, they respect him.
Honestly, I didn't want to be around him unless there was cameras.
Nobody shooting me. Nobody shooting me. Nobody shooting me.
When Puff was around, he was like, uh-oh, get it together or this could be over.
You got me acting crazy in front of all these people.
Something is not right with this.
I've been with Sean for quite a while, and I've captured a lot of moments. Anytime the studio or any rooms is red, it's making love and sex. Some of the ones who went in the room, for sure, they were underage.
They said they could ship me off and sell me to anyone. How did this superstar music mogul become an alleged monster?
And I can show you how we have fun to stay out of jail, too.
So I haven't watched the documentary yet, RJ. It dropped on the 14th of January, so a couple of days ago. Think we're gonna cover it next week in full, but yeah, I wanted to talk about it just to see what we think it's gonna be revealed on here, because I mean it's crazy, right? The first of its kind. This is the first big documentary about his life. There are a couple of documentaries on the docs on their way. We have the 50 Cent one with Netflix. Maybe that's gonna be a multi episode one. I think they call it limited series on Netflix. When there are like 3-4 episodes, that's gonna be crazy.
It's I don't know what to think of it, Kier. I'm conflicted. Because now it's a sensation. So now everyone's talking. But all these years, people kept their mouth shut. Gene Deal was
It's actually the only
together
one.
with the other bodyguard, the slender one. They were the two people that were talking the most.
Well, the other one wasn't talking until this recently.
Yeah,
Gene
well
Deal-
then it's
Gene Deal
only
was
Gene Deal.
talking
Then.
from the beginning
So
for
Gene Deal,
years now.
the David of our modern day David, took down Goliath. One interview at a time.
One video.
But
I-
he
I-
but now everyone's talking. Was it, by the way, Carmen Electra that was there in one of the
you mean the reels that?
Yeah, there was a girl. No, there was like a woman talking. I thought she resembled Carmen Electra. Maybe I'm wrong. In any case, mm, no, it's
let's see.
earlier.
Let's see.
No, go back. That one.
No, that's
I
not
guess
Carmen.
not, right?
Doesn't look like Carmen. Not at all.
No.
I think I see Gene Deals in this. I think I see what's his name again? The guy who was in a coma. The father, the legit father of one of the kids of Diddy. Sorry.
Is one of his kids not his?
Yes, one of his kids is not his. What's his name, man? I think it's Quincy, right?
I was gonna say Loon, but I guess
Come on.
I
I'll
don't
be
know.
sure. I'll be sure. That's I'll be
Right.
sure in the
Right.
in the
I don't know him. But in any case, now everyone's talking. Where was everyone? Where was
that's a good
everybody?
question.
And now you're gonna make money off of it. But where was everybody all this time? Everyone should stayed quiet. And so, are we just talking about Diddy now because it's cool? That's one thing. Second thing here, it's pretty fast how this is coming about. Are they trying to showcase something so they can take your mind off of something else? Because remember the Island Boy documentary? They talked about certain things, like they just touched upon them. Like he was doing finances for this and this, and he had a access to the bank account of a Middle
Billionaire.
Eastern businessman. And see what I did there? See what I did? I know you were afraid, right?
Technically, he is Middle Eastern.
Yeah. So, um,
If you
so
use the word, if you research the word that they use when they want to label you as an anti-Tadab,
yeah,
that is three. They mention three people that fall under that umbrella.
of course.
Arabs fall also within that under
Arabs.
that
Yeah, that's
umbrella.
why I said like Middle Eastern. That's why I said.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
he was
I'm,
managing.
try- I'm
So
trying
let
to
me.
explain for those who don't know why you're using the Middle Eastern part.
Yeah. So it's very if you say someone is an anti that and you're referring to someone who's Arabic, actually it's not really accurate. But I'll go back here. So he was managing Middle Eastern accounts,
Yeah.
and he was just they just they just I'm so sorry. I have to say this. I'm pretty impressed of how I said that. I say, but they just touched up on certain things, but didn't focus on that, right? So it's maybe also a way because we as people want closure. Maybe it's like, and that's what I believe. This isn't based on anything. Maybe it's just something to give your pleasure, uh, pleasure closure. Basically, it's not necessarily pleasure, but you want the closure. So, oh, he did this. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. And then, I know enough. They
Yeah.
will trial. Everyone will forget because we want to know where are them tapes.
And
Where
who
are
are
the
on those
tapes?
tapes? Who are on those tapes? Um, I do agree with you on
And if
that.
they
I
want
think
someone to
I think
investigate it, if they want someone to investigate it, like do it well and come up with a game plan for avoiding certain things in the future, they should put Bill Belichick on it.
I'm not gonna say anything, but one thing I do agree with you on the fact that I think the looking back, right, the limited series where they covered the Island Boy, um, who did himself according to
Allegedly.
according to the autopsy, he did himself. Um,
According to
the
the
timing was
executioner.
was quite the timing was quite perfect. But hey, it is what it is. Sometimes people have pretty good timing. Um, But during his, and I do agree with you, do agree with you on this fact that during his documentary, they brushed over a lot of things. Like they didn't go into details of things that maybe they should have. And I do agree with you on that. Maybe it's for closure. Maybe this is also the same thing. Don't forget, it's going to be an interview where they interview. It's a compilation of anecdotes. It's gonna be a compilation of anecdotes, and it's a lot of times with documentaries. You gotta be very careful. People watch documentaries and believe it all because
Yeah,
it's
they
a
yeah.
documentary. So I do agree with you on that. That some people will. This is like open and shut case. There's gonna be it all. And that's a lot of times the problem with people that watch documentaries. I've been watching documentaries since I was a kid, and at a certain point, at a very young age, I was hooked to the Discovery Channel. Back then, it was a quality channel. Now
Not
it's
anymore.
just I haven't watched it in more than 10 years. But last time I watched it was going downwards. It's a downward spiral. But at a certain point you start watching and you start reading as well, and you see where the narrative of certain documentaries are, and that's when you start looking at who's actually creating this, what's their opinion about a lot of things, social standings, what do they want to convey. So you start understanding. Back then, as a younger person, I start understanding of what is a documentary actually. And a lot of people get this misconstrued. A documentary is nothing more than a story. Sometimes people throw facts on top of each other to confirm the narrative of the documentary. It doesn't mean that's the truth. That's the truth that the documentary wants to tell you. Doesn't mean that's the general truth. Again, not saying that every documentary is built the same, but you have to be very careful how you watch it. And people watch documentaries change their whole life. And then when you talk to them, it's just BS. You start poking holes into their theory, which they saw on the documentary. So at the end, it's sensationalization of this whole thing. What is happening? Are there true stories being told? Maybe. I do probably. I mean, I'm gonna watch it to see um, what it is. At the same time, I think we talked about this as well. Once you start, once one story start being told about you, um, it's gonna be hard, and people start confirming it because I mean, with Diddy, it's hard to defend him. Throughout the years, it's clear that the guy is toxic. He's obviously toxic, and it's gonna be hard for him to defend whatever is coming his way because in a certain way, people have been talking about this in some kind of way for a long time, but it wasn't. I'm gonna say, for the lack of better word, for the powers that be, it wasn't that important back then. Because, like you said in the beginning, Gene Deal has been telling the story for years. It's just now that people are looking his way. It's not like it's new stories coming out. It's just he's repeating what he's been saying for more than 10 years now. So yeah, I think Diddy is screwed anyway. He's a lost cause. With or without a documentary.
That's
Question will
why I'm
be
asking myself why the documentary. Wouldn't it be more logical to wait until the end of the case? If it's really about knowledge, or is it
if
like,
it's all about fact, yeah.
yeah, if
Yeah.
it's just about facts? Because right now
If
we
it's
don't.
about facts, it's like dropping the OJ documentary before before the sentencing.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, right?
It's gonna be all slander. I heard OJ is walking around with a 12 gauge in his house every day. I
Yeah.
heard that someone was getting their cheeks clapped in the marital bed.
Yeah.
It's just hearing stuff. It's not gonna be factual. That's a yeah. Yep. I mean, again,
Doesn't
I
make
do
sense
think
to
you have a
me.
point.
And it's
Doesn't make
yeah.
sense.
And so what I do
I
think,
guess
what I do think, KR, and we didn't say this at the time of this recording. Los Angeles, California, especially Los Angeles, is dealing with heavy wildfire. So hopefully this isn't that grave anymore by the time that this video is released. But um, the reason why I say that is because one thing is for sure, and two things are for certain. There are a lot of things going on that have always been going on, but now they're slowly and surely getting brought to light. And due to social media, things can it's very difficult to keep things a secret.
yep.
It's very difficult to keep things a secret. So it seems like a lot of things are slowly but surely unraveling. They're slowly but surely coming to light. And as it relates to Los Angeles, hey, Hollywood has been considered for a long time of being culprit in propaganda, right? And so you saw it with the elections as well. They will just call up artists, let them come and talk and say whatever, be your political advisor. Like, what the hell? Then you
He
pick
can sing.
artists. Then you pick
Can
artists, not from Hollywood. Then you pick artists to go and perform with cheeks out. Can you imagine that, like a the presidential race event, and then you have artists with their cheeks out, songs that can even be played entirely because it's being censored. Certain words are being censored every 3, 4, 5 seconds. One person doing this, that was crazy here. So
you mean the
um
glow dance?
the glow dance, yeah. By the
That
way,
was
I
crazy.
I after let me just say this about Glorilla. Um, I like. I've seen some of her interviews. I like. She has a great personality. I see her on Kai Sanat as well. The interaction is like she seems like a pretty cool person.
Genuine person. Yeah.
But it's just like, but I don't listen to those type of songs. And I
Yeah.
think they're. I mean, yeah, but that's something else. Get back to the point. The point is that things are unraveling, and the reason why, so I made the LA reference because I heard a wild
Oh,
story of someone saying that LA is burning to the ground because I mean that's God basically, because it's been a place of sin. But then so is
okay.
I mean
That's a
a
good
lot
way
of
to
things.
put it. Let's keep it that way. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Let's keep it PC.
That's why I said it like that. Just like the managing Middle Eastern funds thing. But uh, but I say all that to say that people, I mean, the fact that you can see a city burning and say they deserve it, whether you agree with it or not, and I don't agree with it. I mean, you can't say you deserve to be burned, but it just goes to show you where people are. People are fed up with um, all these things that are going on that are not like that are like weird things, all these powerful people, what are they doing? Why are they doing this? Look at all the people who went to the island of the island to went to the island boys island.
Who?
Look at how
Which
many
list?
people went. What?
Which list? There is no list.
Yeah, there is no list because that list apparently disappeared. Politicians, athletes, um, lobbyists, princes, kings, a lot of people involved. Diddy the same thing. So it's like, and we know that Hollywood is also rich in this type of culture. So I think people are fed up. And so if that's the place where, if it's from these cesspools that music gets produced, that videos gets produced, that propagandas gets produced, that certain messages gets pushed, then it's a very corrupt place. And people are fed up. So I will watch it for content's sake and we need to talk about it. But guys, go watch it. Just remember, it's not necessarily the truth. Yeah,
Yeah. It's
how's that for an opinion?
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
RJ decided to bring him in cold. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this whole situation. Uh do you think, oh, by the way, before I close it out, someone actually is gonna say why this is all happening. Fair
I'm
use.
finna start speaking. And the only thing I hate is when I be speaking and people be acting like they ain't listening and they can't hear and they don't understand like what they want to hear or what they need to know and stuff like that. Like I don't just be talking just to be talking. You ain't hear me talking about nothing about Puff and nothing he going through now. I don't care nothing about that. I hope that brother get through what he going through. Cause I got through what I had to go through. I don't care nothing about that. I keep my SUV in my own lane. Right? Diddy's son has the power to help his father. Diddy had the power to help other people. It's a shift in, it's like a change in balance, a shift. Only way Diddy can come over this is give us more moguls, and honestly, it's no matter how that happened to Jay once Puff went in. I don't talk about them much, man, but I will tell you this. Don't think that Jay-Z and Puff are the biggest moguls ever. They're great people. But what you want to look at is the great people that weren't able to become because of them people. So we're going to leave them there. How many people could have been greater that weren't made because of their empowerment? Like, how many kids didn't eat because they wanted to have a Thanksgiving party or a Christmas or birthday party? Be like, damn, I hear you party and stuff, but how many kids is eating? Ain't nobody eating off our celebration. Why are we celebrating? What we celebrating if ain't nobody eating? Y'all ain't got it. And don't nobody pick up the phone and call me. Jay-Z knows my name, Mark Curry. I ain't never talked. He ain't never picked up the phone and say, hey, Mark, man, I understand you going through some things, as part of the industry fellow, somebody who been there with you all the time. What can we do to possibly make sure that you straight? You don't think they do? They don't do that. These niggas is crazy. They crazy. That's why they going through what they going through. Because you know why? You do not do God's children like that.
For those who don't know, that's Mark Curry, former Bad Boy artist. Basically, he said the reason why this is happening is because no one is eating. No one was getting the also well-known care package. People was getting snatched.
Without having a
But
snatch.
Jesus. Yeah. How did Ray J said it? Ray J said it the best. Something was being taken. Something was being taken. I need to get that clip. I need to get that clip
We don't
ready.
need to play it, man, because we can play it the way he does it, but
I need to,
behinds are being taken. Yeah.
yeah, something was being taken. But hey, man, one thing for sure, right? This is the problem with the whole situation, and I think Mark Curry. I mean, he said some crazy things as well during his interviews that would put him in a let's put it in a weird situation. Um, but one thing I do agree with is that a lot of times, so the thing the question I have is this. First of all, why is this happening now to hip hop? Why is hip hop the face of Me Too? Because that's basically what is happening right now. Hip hop is right now the face of Me Too. We all
It
know
makes
that.
sense, KR. It makes
Well,
sense.
does it make sense?
Yes, it
Because
does.
did this also happen in the 60s with art rock,
Of course.
metal?
Yeah. But you want to know why it makes sense?
Tell me.
Because from a music standpoint, and not even from a music standpoint, because music is an art form, is an expression. So someone waking up in the ghetto and having to fight is gonna rap about that. That's his life. So it is what it is. It's an art form. But what the music companies push out, what they decide, the songs that they decide, that should be number one. The tracks that they decide should be pushed for black people. There's a different type of song than for any other race. For black people, it's always what's being pushed more are the lowest. Not it's always like ghetto, it's always violent, it's ratchet, something pink and something brown. I mean, these people are getting paid a bunch of money. And so it makes sense that, hey, there's something going on that's negative. Let's channel it through the black community as well, so that it will keep appearing that black people are the worst of the worst. It's just propaganda. But it happens across the board. Another thing here, within the culture, black people are always beefing with one another. You have to beef. That's part of it. At least that's what they make it seem to believe. If you decide that you're going to take a different route, they'll call you a sellout. They'll call you not real, an Uncle Tom. But that's what basically, if you look at any other culture, they don't do that.
It's like the Mandingo fights in Django.
Yeah, let them fight. Let them fight amongst each other about dumb things.
Like, who's the
It's
one number
crazy.
one rapper?
Yeah. Let's pick the ballerina.
Who's the number one rapper? There's only one place. Hey, it is.
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
ask
Go fight.
yourself.
I'll
Yeah.
throw a bone. Go fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if white people say who's the number one. If there's like a debate, like we debate on who's the number one country singer. Hey, I think it's this person. You think it's that person. It is what it is.
Yeah. There's a subgenre. Yeah. Anyway, so you're basically saying it's the energy they put out is coming back to bite them.
They're choosing. There's an energy. There are negative things going on. And Middle Eastern has already taken the fall a couple of years back. It can be too many Middle Eastern, uh, uh, in a row. And so let's channel
Balance it out.
Black dude.
Yeah.
And there are a
Yeah.
lot of other people, but not only channel, but let's also put more emphasis
You're
on
right. Now you're thinking about it. It was
yeah,
back to back Middle Easterns.
yeah. And now
Now
you
it's
have
back to back blacks.
yeah,
Actually, it's more than back to back to back.
yeah.
Even had a
So
Mexican
it's
in
like a
there.
home run derby.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about this situation. Do you think that Diddy is being set up? Is he a fall guy? Do you think that the documentary, or did you watch the documentary, and do you think it's a balanced, well fact checked documentary, or is it just a bunch of opinions put together and served to the viewer? Let us know in the comments what you think. We'll be picking the best comment to feature one of our future videos. So make sure you share your hottest take.
Yes, we will be highlighting the best takes. So if you have a good one, let us know. Also remember to like, subscribe, and hit the notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Thanks for watching the show. We really appreciate your support, and also remember to engage with us. We keep repeating it. We're seeing more and more of you engaging. We really appreciate it as well. It also gives us an idea of what our viewers are thinking as it relates to the different stories we talk about. So we thank you for that as well. KR, what's next?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Next part is your thoughts. Comment of the week. One of the comments we had last week is on our remark relating to Miss Stephanie Henyard. Um, well, it was my remark, being that, let me zoom out a little bit. Let me share the screen. This is what the short was. Basically handed on a silver platter. She wasn't chosen. Sometimes people get promoted into by chance. They get promoted into places, jobs, roles they have no business being in. It is a typical situation where you can see that someone, whether you can call it DEI hire, I mean, she was given the position after the previous Thornton Township supervisor passed away. So this person who responded to this said the following. Shout out to Who Knew Too Few. He said, so you, a black man, gonna repeat racist right-wing rhetoric like DEI hire, which they apply to any person of color with a title, and you, of all people, gonna repeat that BS? Let's talk about majority of the incoming cabinet. Few are qualified. What exactly are they called? The epitome of what they call DEI. Yes, DEI is the funny thing is DEI is not. I think a lot of people get this misconstrued. It's just because it's framed that way doesn't mean it doesn't include other people. DEI can be a person of any color, actually.
Yeah. Technically speaking, if it's a
DEI was never for the colored folks. Let me tell you
no.
that. I cannot reveal how I know this. As let me share my screen. You guys know I'm inverse balling from my mama's basement, but DI is far. I think people get they one of the worst things that came about with this whole woke movement is the DEI idea, because it promotes people that are not qualified into certain, and it doesn't matter if it's the color or gender. It basically doesn't look at it uses color, gender as a qualification to get a job rather than, hey, it's your private life, we're gonna look at what you can do.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who's high performance who doesn't hate the whole DI, and it's regardless of color. But
Not only that, KR, but technically speaking, DEI would entail that if you have a predominantly black company, if you want to apply DEI, then you would also include non-black.
Yep.
Also, if the company consists of a majority of black heterosexual women, then you should put white men in it, amongst other things, so you have a balance.
yeah, that's the idea. Without even looking at whether
The
they can add.
qualification. So he's better, but he's of a certain ethnicity, so we need that person.
Yeah. Or certain gender.
Gender.
But
And
I'm gonna leave
gender
it.
go and a like they say MOB, money over H base. Well, it's GOR, gender over race.
I'll say this again. The person who the people who benefit the most from that type of hire, diversity and what's it? Diversity,
Equity and inclusion.
equity, and yeah, are not the people who you think are benefiting the most of it. That's all I'll say. But I'll let the person who selected Tiffany Henya tell it himself how he hired, how he got to her. Fair use.
Let's bring it back in time. We're talking about Tuesday's meeting. Let's bring it all the way back to the beginning of 2022. That is when former supervisor Frank Zuccarelli passes away, and a void of power exists now at the top of Thornton Township. That results in a series of meetings among trustees, excuse me, where you are tasked with appointing a new supervisor. And if that doesn't happen by a certain time, that's going to go to a town hall where then the public is going to be appointing the new supervisor. So if I recall, some of those meetings were a little bit contentious among trustees as far as I remember you suggesting a number of names that were not seconded or not voted through. Some other trustees were suggesting names that were not voted through. So it comes all the way down to 12 minutes before midnight on the legal deadline. This is in March of 2022 now. And it was you who 12 minutes before midnight said, I nominate Tiffany Henyard. And that was the first name that was actually voted for by the rest of the trustees. So then just a handful of minutes before midnight, Tiffany Henyard is sworn in as the supervisor of Thornton Township. Put us in Chris Gonzalez's mind, 12 minutes before midnight. What was your thinking in nominating her after this long process?
I mean, just as a whole, I just felt that I was hoping we could get somebody that was a little bit younger for the role. I felt it was time that, maybe possibly, and I mean, I wasn't like honed in on that, but, a woman, I just thought that would be somebody, that was a little bit younger, a woman. So that's kind of where I was. I'll be honest, I really didn't know at that time a whole lot of the, that there was already some controversy and things like that a little bit that was going on in Dalton, say. So I didn't really know about that. And that was also something that, I mean, obviously there, just on the surface, there was a little bit of experience there. She'd been a trustee, just became mayor. Kind of a town that you might have had as a base as far
in nominating her after this long process?
I mean, just as a whole, I didn't want the people to just kept basically yelling, what are they going to think? Controversy and things like that, a little bit that was going on in Dalton, saying. Sure. So I didn't really know about that. And that was also something that, I mean, obviously there, just on the surface, there was a little bit of experience there. She'd been a trustee, just became mayor. Kind of a town that you might have had as a base as far as just like, once again, coming from that, there might be some experience and things like that there. Yeah. She went straight to Frank's office and, sat in the chair and she just kept basically yelling, what are they going to think now? What are they going to say now? Speaking of the Dalton trustees, because I guess, like I said, there was already a rift and I didn't know that. So I'm thinking in my, I'm like, oh my God, what did I do? And then so I went to Keith on the side and I said, what is she talking about? I said, is the board against her in Dalton? And he said, yeah. And I said, who? He's like, everybody. And he was like,
Okay. So you tell me if they did any review, any background investigation on whether she is the right person or not.
They only investigated her looks.
No, they didn't even do that. They went on face value, RJ, because if you investigate, you get an SA charge.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
No, but continue.
No, but yeah, so it's you eat yourself up. You're eating yourself up. And wokeism, basically, because the AI derives from that spectrum of insanity. It created all of this situation. So we shouldn't be surprised. But some people really think, okay, DEI, this is what we need. And then they try to shame you, of all people, a black man. How could you? How should people? Hey, you need to stay with your eyes wide open and stay critical, think critically, instead of jumping on talking points that are being pushed through the various outlets that people
same people that will set you up.
The same people that will set you up. The same people that will make you think that songs about deleting people is cool and great. They will set you up and your people up, and other people gets songs of love and other things. Well, actually, I'll tell you one thing. They're going in the degenerate round in other pop has been that, but it's more and more that, right? It's more like the sheep mentality, slave to your desires, no discipline, no hard work. Everything is about having fun and pleasure. You know what these people will be called, KR, in the near future? Unemployed, replaced by robots and AI.
By that time, everyone is going to be a DIR hire anyway. So
yeah, for every
a lot
robot,
of people don't realize.
KR.
Yes,
for every robot,
people don't realize. People are so focused on the now. They don't see what is coming. They don't see what is coming. A lot of times, you know what it is, RJ, and this is then we're gonna go to the around the internet. A lot of times, people are the average person is like 5 years, 3 to 5 years behind on the now. They are 3 to 5 years behind the now. What is happening now? It's very hard for people to be in the now and to see what is happening. They're still living in the past. Still, people are still trying to let's say some people are right now, and I can tell you, it's now 2025, right? In 2024, what did a lot of people say about 2021?
In 2024, yeah, they shouldn't have. We were saying it into 2020, but okay.
That's because we are aligned with the time. A lot of
Yeah.
people are behind the time, so they're always realizing late. So people are right now talking about DEI. That's not what you should be talking about now. This is a discussion about 3-4 years ago.
Yeah.
It's already. I don't care about DEI because people already chose a route. They
Yeah.
wanted this,
Yeah.
and
Now we're
now
just suffering that. We're just experiencing the consequences. Yeah. Yeah. We're just experiencing the consequences.
it's already too late. People
Yeah.
chose a route, and now people
And
are
even
seeing
and
the
when he,
consequences.
yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
The consequences are not being shown now, right now. 3 years, 4 years, 5 years later.
Yeah. And not only that, KR, not only that. When you decide today, if you decide today to change route, it's gonna take a couple of years to see the results as well.
Yes,
You
three
can
to four years.
simply close
Three
it.
to four years.
It's not a faucet that you can just open and close.
It's not a switch. It's not an
It's
on and
not a
off
switch
switch.
which you can
It's
turn
not an
on
on and
and
off
off.
switch.
No.
Whatever you decide today to start today, 3 years from now, you will probably make it. If you
It's more like water streaming downhill.
well,
You can go at a
some people
point and
can tell that they don't
you
know
can
about
go
that.
at a point. You can go,
Some
let's
people don't
say
have one.
that's where I'm go that's where I'm go that's where I'm go that's the direction I'm going in right now.
Okay, okay,
So
continue. Explain.
it's more like a stream running down. Let's say you have a straight line, goes straight down a mountain, yeah, from a glacier down a mountain into a river. And you decide today that you will go halfway and change the course of the river because you don't want it to you want it, for example, to stream to the ocean instead of to the village, instead of to the pond, right? To the yeah. The water that passed that point where you switched has already left. It's already heading to in the direction of the ocean. Maybe it's already in the ocean. If you decide today to change it back, only new water that hasn't reached that point yet, can continue streaming. If you want to change, that's one route. And maybe you say, hey, we want that water as well that's going to the ocean. We want to reroute it as well. That would be a separate project because you would need to go at a different point and try to get it back en route. Now, with water, it happens very fast. But in society, it takes years and years and years. And people are already think like the sheep are already going in a certain direction. That's the direction they're going into. So
It's too late. It's too late.
no water
We're talking
and
about DEI here.
no water and due to DEI, no adequate firefighters either.
People are 3 to 4 years behind. Just make sure you're not 3 or 4 years behind, because when that year hit, the year they said, what's going to happen? Make sure you are in the best position possible. And in order to do that, you have to be in the now, not in the past. Anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think about this situation. I mean, comment of the week. Shout out to Who Knew Too Few. Nothing against you, man, but catch up, man. Catch up. Because you're so behind the eight ball. It's crazy. Let's go to the last topic, or the last segment of today, which is on the internets, which we usually dive into. New segment, the internet, where we basically look back at the weirdest, remarkable videos we've seen in the past week. The first one: Christian man stands on business when the devil tries him. Fair use.
I just wondered, I can't see it on the menu, but where do I get the Five Guys from? The Five Guys. I didn't know if there was like a special room where you can take me out back.
No, I don't think that's happening.
What about after your shift? I mean, I'd want to give you, a good rating.
I'm a Christian man and I'm with Sid Muslims man.
I'm asking for what's on the menu, that's all.
Genuinely, I feel like I'm good with that now. I can hand you a menu if you want.
Are you on it?
No, I'm not.
Oh, that's a shame. I just wondered. I can't see it on the menu.
Jesus save the man. It will start out as a prank and end up as a lawsuit.
For those who don't know, that's Bonnie Blue. This is Bonnie. Some might know her as the female who was crying after taking, what was it, 100 men or something like that, um, on her content. And this is how she basically went out and tried to get someone to a new victim for
Oh,
his
she's
for her
a
content.
she's a OF model.
OF, yeah, she's a OF model, yeah.
And what's her name?
Bonnie Blue.
Bonnie Blue. And can you share the picture again? Okay. I think it's more like Bonnie Red or Bonnie Pink.
Anyway, hey, it is she's been kind of she's been trying to go viral. She's been going viral the last in 2024 because of that whole 100 man
Was she the one that
situation.
cried? Was she the one that
Yes,
cried
I think
when
it
she was
was, yeah.
talking about it?
Yep. Yeah.
Isn't she the
So
same person that says she's now going for 1,000?
yes, she's going for 1,000. Yes, is she the one? Let me see, because there are like
Nope.
two OF models who are constantly trying to go viral. She is one, and the other one is, let me take a look real quick. Bam, I don't think that's her, but could be wrong. But Bonnie has also been quite, yeah. He recognized her. That's why he said that.
Oh, he did?
He recognized her. Yeah.
I'm a Christian man.
I'm a Christian man. He said, I'm a Christian man.
Es un diablo con cacho ese demonio. Satánico, diabólico.
Yeah.
Stay away from me. Let's go to the next one. Man reveals that he's going fair use.
I got married 17 days ago, and we're already deciding to call it quits. I was out of town working. I told her when I was coming home, and I came home, and there was another car in the driveway. I go into the bedroom, and my wife is laying in the bed with a couple. A couple. It was a man and a woman. So I started throwing a fit. They started talking about how she's been their girlfriend for 2 years. So it's like, I've never heard of any of this. And then she decided that she didn't want to be with me anymore. And even though it's only been 14 days, we're looking into getting an annulment, a divorce. I don't even know how it works. We only been married for 2 weeks. But I wanted to actually stick it out. But I just want an apology. I want you to acknowledge that you're wrong. You've been in a relationship with these people for 2 years and I don't even know them, and they're in my house and I'm away on work. You don't have a job, so you have the time to do these kinds of things. And it's like, for you to have the nerve to say you want to no longer be with me, it just makes no sense, because I'm the one that should be looking to forgive you, but I don't even know how this works, or I don't have anybody to talk to about it. That's the only reason I'm even saying anything on here, because I literally don't even know what to do. But yeah, it looks like after 14 days, our relationship is pretty much over.
I don't want to go in on him too much. No, on what he said at least, because he's already had a rough season.
I wanted to say that as well.
So rocking the cowboy fit, the Cowboys, Dallas
Taking
Cowboys.
L's,
So
taking L's at home and away.
it's been a rough. It's been a rough. It's been a rough year. I don't understand why he's. I mean, I don't think it's a. I don't think women find it attractive for a man to just go online and talk like that. Like, hey, I don't have anyone to talk to. I mean, that's a pity party, you know. It's not really appealing. Man. Just do what you need to do. Either join them or leave her. Point blank. You want an apology? I was willing to
Yeah,
stick
that's
it
it.
out. Is that
Yeah,
what he
that's
said?
crazy. That's
He
crazy.
said I was willing
That's
to
what he
stick
said.
it out.
That's crazy. Yeah, he said it. He said it. He said it.
So I
That
guess
is crazy.
yeah. So what I guess the woman isn't attracted to him because she feels like she can do whatever she wants with him.
Maybe. Seems like it. Seems like it. Like I do agree with you on that though. Either you join in or you leave. Well, I think this is trying to stick it out. Yeah, but again, they always say men are the romantic ones, right? They're trying to make it work, even though it's clear that you're not compatible. I think, but the thing is as well. You said it earlier. I saw another video earlier this week where a guy was. I think I saw it multiple times on probably your household maybe seen it. The guy that they asked, I think it's like the balloon pop show, where they ask the guys, when did you cry recently? Oh no, it was a Jubilee. It was a Jubilee video where they asked which of the guys standing there were cried recently, and one of the guys said he cried because his friend passed away. He had to pull away some tears, and then next thing you know, when they were ranking the guys, there were five guys. They ranked him last because he cried in front of them, even though he had a good reason. His best friend passed away.
Hey, I had a discussion with a woman 2 weeks ago. She
Yeah,
was telling me that, and I made a statement that as a man, you can never be weak in front of your
significant other.
wife or
Mm. It
girlfriend.
doesn't matter. Significant other could be your girlfriend as well.
No, but it's like a woman. That's what I'm
A
saying.
woman, yes.
Because
You're
men, because they think, because she said, yeah, men don't really express themselves. I say, no, they do. Not to you.
Yeah.
Because you know what's great, KR? I find it very great. I didn't appreciate it as much when I was younger, going to high school. Yeah, especially high school. I had a lot of female friends, a lot of female friends, and most of them really saw me as a friend and nothing more. And the ones that did want something else were ugly, so I didn't want them.
I'm not gonna even respond to that. Just
But
hope, just hope, just hope, just hope they don't see this.
I mean, if they do,
Episode 10.
KR, if they do, that means because I'm not broadcasting this channel. No
Names.
one.
You know?
I'm not. No, but I'm not even broadcasting the channel. So I'm not going around say, "Hey, subscribe to the channel." We want this to grow
Yeah.
organically. So if they do
Yeah.
watch it, that means we're doing a great job.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You might get a
And
lawsuit as
also
well,
that
but you
that
didn't
you
name names.
and
They might
also
call
that
you.
you and also that YouTube's algorithm thinks, oh, I need to share it to an ugly person. Here's one. I'll send it to you.
Oh man.
But I had trouble bonding with guy friends. I had some.
Mm,
I had some. I had guy friends, but I always bonded more with the females.
mm,
And also, I'm an empathetic guy. But
mm,
once I was in the Netherlands, after the first semester, I made it. I made the choice. Okay, let's
conscious
start
decision.
a conscious decision. And I also have to give this as well. The the university that I went to, other people from my school also went to. So the first semester we were all together. It was the same group, not the same, and not everyone, but like a majority of people.
Mm,
And after that, I said no. After the first semester, I said no. But I'm here. I want to, just experience something else. I don't want to experience the same thing I experienced in high school. And
yeah.
so I started looking out for just go talk to people, and great friendships were established that are still still hold up to this day with uh, some friends of mine, played basketball. So, and I'll tell you one thing, and that's something that women cannot seem to understand or accept, maybe. But guy friends amongst each other, we talk, we understand each other.
Yeah.
And so that's a very great thing if you have good friends, because you also have like a yes man, but great friends, it's very good to have. This man seemingly doesn't have any friends, and clearly not any male friends, or at least friends that will tell him, hey, friends that will tell him, don't post that, come talk to
Yeah, you
us,
look
let's
crazy,
talk.
man.
So for a woman, they say they want you to cry, but they don't really want you to cry. They say they want you vulnerable, but they don't really want you vulnerable.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
these feminists are hooking up with
The opposite they are
the
claiming on the.
opposite. And the feminist men's, like, so the Trudeaus of the world, they're not getting anything.
Oh, they getting something.
But they ain't like us, care.
Look, I'm happy I'm not like them. The stuff they getting, I don't want that. I don't want that. You crazy?
Yeah.
Now, anyway, guys, let us know in the comments what you think. Does he need more male friends, or is he just lost in the sauce? Let us know in the comments. Last one for today. Fair use.
And choices we got in life, those were your choices. Who shot who? Somebody got shot?
You good, Lo?
How good?
Damn, Brody. Good. What the fuck?
Hey, over there on the dirty third, one-on-one with Mike D. I thought my nigga shot me.
Everybody
Damn,
good?
everybody good?
I hope. I heard everybody say that, what they
Hey,
saying. White people and white people, this and this and that. Situations like that, and a nigga having to be like that, and being a nigga that ride and move through my city with that shit on how I move, one deep, not giving a fuck about whatever. That shit only be for
that type.
Man, this guy almost turned into Plaxico, man. You're on mute. By the way, you're on mute. But by the way, did you see the? It seems like if you look at his pants, this is not the first time that happened. Mute.
Yeah. KR. The just to be clear, because he was talking and then he went to get something in his pocket
He wanted to
and
readjust
the blicky.
the blick in his pocket because probably it didn't sit well.
It was too heavy, so he thought, let me lighten it up. But but did the bullet go in his leg or
No, I don't think so.
because he was
I don't
he
think
was
so.
shocked. You
He was shocked, of course, because he could have hit someone else in the knee. Bro, that's crazy. You're sitting there, and out of nowhere, you get hit in the knee because this idiot was sitting there trying to readjust. That's why you have holsters. Why do you have holsters? But this is why street dudes are just. If you have a holster, this is the thing, right? You have it in your pocket. Okay, that's cool and all. When they run up and you don't pull it out correctly, you will be standing there with your hands in your pockets. if you have problems, that's why you have a holster. But you cannot put a holster because you don't have it legally. That's the biggest problem a lot of people have. So I think that whole thing, he was shocked that it went off.
Amen.
He was very shocked. He wasn't hit. But his pants are full of holes. So it's not the first time. It's not the first time they have. Look at this. Look at this. 1, 2, 3,
light.
4, 5. This is light. This was a light case.
No, I'm saying when it goes off, you can see the light.
Oh, yeah, the flash.
Yeah, the flash.
Like
so
those
if
be
you
the
look at it, yeah.
choices.
He had a heart attack. Oh my god. Oh man. Jeez.
Crazy.
That's it for today.
All right.
Guys, let us know what you think about this situation. Do we need gangster rappers with more trigger discipline, more blicky safety training? Do we need, I don't know, do we need G3, aka Jello, to drop a song about blicky safety? Whoa, I got that thing on my side in the holster so it doesn't pop off. Pow. Whoa. Hey guys, let us know in the comments what you think. The best comment will be featured in one of our future videos. RJ.
Yes, guys. Hey, thank you for watching and listening wherever you are. Whatever your thoughts are, remember to let it be known in the comments. Rate the show by pressing the like button. Follow us on our other socials, and don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that notification icon so you stay up to date when we drop new videos. Hey, let's have a healthy conversation in the comment section, and we'll see each other in the next one. Until next time.
Peace. Shout out to Mike D, by the way. He kept it cool.
You kept it
Transitioned
cool,
right away.
We weren't there
right away.
We weren't there to smell the situation.